printing darker than they are on the screen.
This one and this one. This one looks almost like So I woke up feeling a little bit slow this morning. Yeah, I don't have much going on, so I'm trying to, you know, just kind of spend some time working on this H-week illustration. It's taking a lot of like concentration from me, and I've noticed that I'm procrastinating a little bit just because it's like a bit of a challenge, something that I'm not used to. But when I let myself kind of take time to, I don't know, sit with it and like focus on it and just like kind of be in silence, I guess, while I paint, is quite enjoyable. So that's my plan for today. It is the weekend, and if you watched my previous shop prep episode, I'm waiting on print proofs still, so I didn't hear back from the printer on Friday, and they're closed on weekends, so I'm just kind of gonna be chilling and waiting over the weekend. Otherwise, I don't know, tomorrow I'm going to visit some friends. We're gonna cook.
Too good. Okay, I literally use that knife for everything. Like,
it's too fast. No?
I missed everything. Sorry.
Yeah, it's cute.
It is. Do you see why? That's ugly. They're all culprits.
I mean, they look good, but you can tell if the ones are bad.
Okay. Hi, I'm back. So yeah, that was a fun little time. It was nice seeing the girlies again and cooking our little dinner. My one friend just got back from Japan, and she got us little souvenirs. She went to, I guess it's like a Moomin park or whatever, like the character Moomin. So she got me this little book. I'm a big comic book guy, as we all know, so this will be cute. Can't wait to read it and add it to my little collection. And then she got me some Moomin socks. And then she got me this like little, it's like a fish stand. This is like the bottom of the stand, and then the fish goes in it. And it's just like a dumb fish, I don't know. She said the little fish reminded her of me. Very cute. Can't wait to add it to my little desk collection of stupid desk items. So yeah, thanks Annie. But yeah, home now. It's Sunday today, so I still need to finish that illustration that I started last week, the H-week illustration. It's 5:19 right now, so I'm gonna take a bit of time. I'm like almost done with the painting. I finished painting all of the faces this morning, so I just have like a couple more like finishing touches that I need to do. I want to like figure out how I'm gonna do like the hair, and then yeah, I'm gonna add like a layer on top of like some like butterflies and then the little text or whatever, and then I'll be good to go, and I'll post that. And then I think to finish off my night, I started playing Life is Strange True Colors. It's really good so far. I'm very immersed. I don't know, I'm like really loving it. I think it's my favorite Life is Strange so far. I've played the first one, the second one, and then Life is Strange Before the Storm, so I'm a big fan of the series. And yeah, this one's been really good so far, so I'm excited to play more. But yeah, that's how I'm gonna wrap up my little Sunday night. Make it very chill and whatever, and then I'm back to work tomorrow, and then we'll see where we're at with those prints. Stay tuned for that. Let me just pack up my bag, and then we'll talk. Okay, hello. Yeah, so I got the email from the printer that my proofs are ready to pick up. So I'm gonna go over there and grab them and then check them out. Hopefully they're all good. If not, make any changes to the files that I need to, and then hopefully I can send through that order today. And then there's like a coffee shop nearby there that I want to check out. It's really cool. It's like in a heritage building, so I might go over there and do a bit of work. Yeah, this is a fit. My little vintage Fruit of the Loom Nissan sweater, and then these Levi's that I thrifted in Tokyo. So let's go. Okay, secured. Ah. Okay, guys. Okay, hi. Let's have a look. So I guess for the proofs, they print them on larger paper. They seem nice and thick, which is nice. First one looks really good. Wow. I'm gonna have to compare it with the digital file to see if I want to like brighten it up or anything, because typically when you print something a little bit darker like this one, they end up printing darker than they are on the screen. Oh, cute. And then there's the back. I don't know if you guys can see it. I can, I'll insert B-roll shots. That looks good. I was a little bit worried about the quality, like the actual like print DPI and shit like that. But it looks really good. Okay, this one looks good. I think this one came out a little dark, so that's good to know. I can brighten it up a bit. And the greens came out looking a little dark as well. I love how we're just doing this in my car. I couldn't wait. I can't help it. Okay, same for this. It looks good. I think all of them are coming out a little bit dark, which is to be expected. So this one was the one that I was worried about the most because it's obviously very dark. And as you can see, it did come out printing pretty dark. So I'm gonna bring up the curves a little bit, I think, in the actual file so that it doesn't print so like muddy. Same with this guy. Very cute. Oh my God, guys, it's becoming real. Ah! That's exciting. Okay, yeah, same deal. A little dark. The blacks are very punchy, which is good. With the uncoated paper, I was a little bit worried that the blacks would look a little like ashy almost. This one as well, a little bit dark. So I think the consensus is I'll just brighten up everything and that should be fine. And then the prints, beautiful. Okay, so the gloss. That's interesting. I feel like, did I order it so that I printed one on gloss and one on uncoated? Because this one feels uncoated. The uncoated looks really good. I feel like the gloss is like not it, which is also good to know. Uncoated's the way to go, apparently. I'm glad that I tested these first. So yeah, same deal with the prints. They do look a tad bit dark, except for this one looks good. Awesome. This looks great. That's sweet. Okay, great. So yeah, now I'm gonna go over to that cafe. It's like literally just right over there. And then I'll edit these files and then put in the order. Yay! Oh, I'm so excited. Let's go. Okay guys, come here. Come to my desk. So hi, it's suddenly dark now. I just finished editing all of the prints and postcard files. I went in and basically brightened most of them up. And for most of them, I feel like my edits are gonna be fine. But for like this one and this one, this one is very obviously like way too dark. This one's pretty dark, and I'm gonna like change the size a bit. I'm kind of like giving the edges a bit more space and also brightening it and putting it on a different paper stock. So I think I'm gonna send through another round of proofs which I know like I want to get my stock and I want to order my prints and I want this to be like good, but I don't want to like send it on, you know, buying a bunch of these prints and spending a bunch of money if I'm not like 100% sure that I love what it looks like, you know? So yeah, hopefully this print shop isn't gonna like hate me after this for, you know, because proofs are free and I'm, you know, kind of taking advantage of that. But yeah, I just want to be 100% freaking sure. Hopefully after this next round of proofs, I'll see them and I'll either love it or make just like a couple more tweaks just based off of these 2 edits. And then we can go from there. So yeah, that's the update. I'm gonna send through that order right now and then we will see when those next proofs come in. So stay tuned. So hi, good morning. These past few days I've been feeling kind of like slow, as is the nature of things, as is my, you know, ups and downs, and I think it has something to do with just like the slowness around, I don't know, just like shop things and work things, and I don't know. Things feel slow right now. And that's okay. Just now, when I was kind of like ruminating on my feelings and feeling them and kind of going over them in my mind, I feel like this slowness is, how do I describe this? The slowness is an opportunity to be creative and do things that I'm kind of holding myself back from doing. And the slowness is, you know, being responded to with like, oh, I need to work more, or oh, I need to work on the shop, or I need to keep YouTube things moving, or I need to do this, this, and that. But I feel like what deep down in my soul I want to do is like create art and like paint something. I've been itching to paint something for the past while, and I haven't, because I've been telling myself that I need to focus on the shop right now and blah, 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 blah. So yeah, I've kind of concluded that I'm gonna paint something today, or at least get started on a painting. That's the plan today. And then later today, I have a meeting with somebody that I will talk about a little bit later. So yeah, for now I'm gonna meditate and then figure out what I want to paint today. It's kind of exciting. So I feel like my issue is that, so I have these 2 canvases that I prepped a long time ago. I primed and I trimmed, and I like to add these little frayed edges. And yeah, I like to make it very nice and very like, I don't know, it just feels very nice. And then so I prep this nice canvas, and then I'm like too petrified to paint on it. Because the canvas is too nice, and I don't know if like ideas that I have in my mind right now are like worthy of the canvas, or like it just seems like a very like big undertaking to start if I'm gonna like muck up these canvases. But like I know that it's really not that big of a deal. Like if I make something that's not perfect, that I'm not entirely thrilled with, I can always just prep more canvas, you know? Yeah, I don't know, it's like perfectionism, and it's like, I don't know. Yeah, so I think I'm not gonna paint on this canvas today. Maybe someday. I don't really have any ideas for this kind of format, these like 2 longer vertical formats or whatever. But what I do have that's like a little less intimidating is I got these giant watercolor papers on sale. Yeah, there's like tons of sheets per thing. There's no prepping required. And I think, you know, using this would be some nice preparation to just like get comfy with painting a little bit. So, oh God. And literally as I flip this open, I just like feel anxiety because it's a blank page. And like, what the fuck do you do with a blank page? Okay. Hey. Outfit change. So yeah, this is where I've kind of gotten with the sketch. It changed from the original idea. I knew that I wanted to have like the features kind of projected onto the hands or whatever in like a cool kind of way. But then I was thinking about like, I don't know, this like pose, the like eagle pose or whatever, when you do it in yoga, it kind of like reminds me of a snake or like how a snake wraps around something. So like I drew the like snake elements into the arms, and then I don't know, the horns felt a little bit like forced, I guess, being there, but then I thought it would be cool if there was like a snake up there instead. So yeah, that's what I ended up going with, and I'm pretty happy with, you know, the look of this. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm gonna take a little break from this for now. I feel like this has gotten, you know, the painting is becoming a lot more like involved than what I was expecting, but I feel like, I don't know, if I don't come at something carefully, then I just end up like rushing through it. And I feel like something like a painting, especially if I'm going to use gouache, that's one of the things that I learned over and over again when I was doing my pieces in my multimedia sketchbook, is that painting needs patience. And you can't really expect to be like effortless and perfect with it, especially if you're like me, especially if you're not, you know, if painting's not your main like gig. So yeah. So it is currently 1:36, and at 2 o'clock I have a meeting with a university student that reached out to me asking if she could interview me about like small art shop things. I think she watched my first episode in this series and then decided to reach out. So I said, hell yeah, let's do it. So yeah, I'll share a little bit of that if I end up saying anything worth sharing. Okay, y'all, here we go. I'm nervous. I'm sweating.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you so much for like accepting me.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for reaching out.
One of the questions I had is like talking about how do you like create a brand for yourself on social media?
Right. Social media. It's important to have a brand if you're like a business, but I feel like there is also something to be said of just like being who you are and like being yourself on social media. I feel like if you're like an individual, it comes across a lot better if you're just kind of like being authentic, and then people get to know you as yourself, and then that's the kind of brand that builds around it visually, if that's what you mean. I don't necessarily think it's like super important if you're just starting out, especially. I think what might just happen is that like you put yourself out there with the work that you have, and then what it looks like is just like what people get used to and then end up relating to you, and then that just kind of naturally builds into a sort of brand in itself, if that makes sense.
So like how do you develop an art style?
Big question, art style. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, like when I sit down to try and work on something, sometimes I question myself, like, should I just like go for it, or should I like look for very specific style references, or should I like, I don't know, try and be very intentional with how this is gonna look. But I feel like in recent years, I've really been trying to like lean into what is kind of intuitive to me. And I feel like that, I don't wanna say like the way to do it or whatever, but just like leaning into the way that you do things and trying to I don't know, refine based on what already comes naturally to you, I guess. I feel like developing as an artist has less to do with study and skill and more to do with who you are as a person and what you let yourself create, and being able to like make art without like judging yourself too harshly and allowing yourself to like grow and make mistakes and fail and learn that way.
So what do you like do when you have like creative block, or like you feel like you're not feeling inspired? How do you like get yourself out of that rut?
Yeah. What's helped with that is therapy. Therapy is not like super accessible to everybody, and I know that. The best advice that has come from therapy has been to just like be very aware of how you talk to yourself and take self-compassion very seriously. Sometimes it can't be avoided, feeling like a little bit slow and a little bit like unmotivated and things like that. It's natural. Everybody, you know, ebbs and flows. Sometimes you feel great and you want to make lots of stuff, and sometimes it just isn't going to happen. The thing that keeps me from falling into like a bit of depression or feeling the burnout really heavily is just being very aware of how I'm viewing myself. And if I do feel a little bit slow and unmotivated, telling myself that that's okay, and you know, it's okay to rest and take this time, and I don't know, just like positive things that you would tell to a best friend if they were feeling this way.
Thank you so much for this. Also, I don't know if I said this in the beginning, but I absolutely love your videos. They're so
thank
great.
You.
Saw them in my recommendations about like a month or two ago, and then I was like, I love the style, and I love just sitting and watching them. It's always like super chill and cozy. Yeah, thank you for this interview, for making videos. Thank you so much.
Okay, great. Yeah, good luck with the rest of the project.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye. Aw. Cute. Very nice. I feel like I rambled so much. Thank you again to my interviewer. Very lovely to meet you. And yeah. Minutes. 1分、2分、3分、4分、5分。
魚じゃないです。肉です。美味しいでしょ。美味しい。おー。じゃあこれをお願いします。I understood it.
Good morning. Yeah, I got notified of both my second round of proofs and my stamp being ready for pickup. And those two print shops are kind of near one another, so I'm gonna go pick up both and then we shall see what those look like. I'm very excited for the stamp. Yeah, for the proofs, hopefully those rounds of edits or whatever that I did before I sent them this time is like good enough. Otherwise I'll just like make a couple extra tweaks and then I should be able to just like order my stock. So exciting. Okay, let's go. Okay, proofs at Little Rock is acquired, and I believe that other print shop that has my stamp is just like 5 minutes away or something, so let's go get it. Thank you. Okay. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna open it right here because this is exciting. Wow. Ooh, this is nice. Ooh, yay, cute. Can't wait to test it. So I think there was a little confusion with the ink pad. I thought that it didn't come with it, but I guess it does. But they gave me the black one. And I would like red. Yeah, I'll just keep the black, I guess, for, I don't know, just in case for future, but I'm gonna still order the red pad. Because my brand is red. And I need red. And I like red. So, yay! Okay, sweet! Let's go home. Okay, let's take a look at these, shall we? All right, guys. This is the setup. This is what we're working with. Okay, so let's take a look here. Let me just grab the old one so we can compare. So let's see, F week. Yeah, this one here is the old one, and then this one up here is the new one. So this is good. So as you can see, it's really subtle. I'm a crazy person. It's really subtle, but these purples are slightly more saturated and vibrant than these ones. Same with the, God, it's so hard to see on camera, but I can see it. This one looks almost like navy blue, but this one, in the file, I made sure to make it like very vibrant blue. So yeah, that's good. And then, okay, so yeah, I don't know how you guys can see this on camera. So yeah, this one, like the blues, like I said, turned out very dark. And it's like bold and it's good and it's fine. But yeah, I just wanted to make it a little brighter, try and make the blues a little bluer. That's a little tough with ink. And then yeah, as you can see, the background's slightly lighter as well, which I think I like a little better. Okay, great. Okay, so F week, check, approved. And also, I guess it's kind of hard to tell since these ones aren't cut out, but I got these ones on a thicker stock. I don't know if it'll focus to this, but yeah, so this is 16 point and this is 13 point. I just noticed when I was cutting out these first ones, these are on the 13 point, they just feel a little flimsy. Like, it is cardstock and it is like thick or whatever, but for a postcard, for something smaller, I just thought it would be nicer if it was like a little bit more sturdy, just in case like people are gonna send these around. It's nicer for it to be more of a like almost business card kind of thickness. Great, moving on. Okay, so we have E-week. Okay, yeah, so this one's pretty clear to see. I brightened up the background a lot because this first one is pretty dark. So yeah, I like that a lot better. I also like shrank this down a little bit because as you can see on this one, the crop is pretty tight around the corners. There's not much of like a margin. Okay, sweet, I like that. I like that green. It's much more vibrant and nice. Okay, and then that side, same deal. This is the old one, new one. Yeah, I changed the background up a little bit. I brightened up the frog because this guy ended up coming out pretty dark. So I brightened up the green that's underneath the black line. The black line I can't really do much about because I do want it to be black. But yeah, I think it like pops a lot more as you guys can see. And then I changed this kind of line to be a bit more of a brighter line. If you can see that, this one versus this. Again, it's hard to see on camera, but you guys get the idea. To see, okay, oh my God, okay. So this one is the moment of truth. This one was the one that was very dark and I had to change up the most. So the back already, look at this. Wow. Yeah, the back I changed a lot. I brightened it up a lot because this color is way different on screen. So yeah, I brightened up a ton. It's much more vibrant now. As you guys can see, wow, this is like super muddy. Zoom into some details. How do we like that? Beautiful. Okay, and then moment of truth. Okay, so to preface this, this is what this one looks like. So as you guys can see, it's very dark. So I brightened it up a ton. So let's see. Oh, cute. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so look at that, you know? Oh, that's way better. And I made it like warmer because I noticed that this print compared to the original file got a little like cooler, and that's probably to do with like the printing and stuff. So I lightened it up a bunch and I also warmed it up just to give it that like, you know, reinforce that very inviting, warm, cozy kind of feeling that I wanted to like convey with this piece. Amazing. Oh, I love it. Yay! This is the one that I was like worried about, so that's sweet. Awesome. And then the back looks great. See guys, incredible. The power of proofing. Always proof your prints. Don't just go straight into ordering it because, you know, this can happen. Okay, so this is C. C I really didn't change much. It's literally just the black and that like beige background. So yeah, what I did do is lighten up the background a bit. I felt like it was coming across a little bit like muddy and dark. So that's nice. And then I also like took it in a little bit to give more margins, because as you can see in this one, there's not much like space where the end of the star burst ends. I'll cut these up later today, and then you guys can see what they look like in their like actual form. So yeah, the difference here is, I feel like you guys can see. So the background is obviously lighter, and then I feel like with the lightening up of the background, the lines get a little bit more defined. I feel like with this being darker, the black lines don't have as much separation and contrast, whereas this one, you know, comes across that way a little bit better. So B week, my issue with was it was very like dark and muddy. Obviously, you guys can see that. And like the difference between these greens, I lightened up the greens a lot. Yeah, so this looks almost like black. So this one, again, it looks brighter in person, but I made it like a very bright like teal so that that green would like come across. It's still a dark green on print, but not nearly as dark as what it was. And then, yeah, obviously the background is a lot lighter now. And then let's flip her over. Ah, beautiful. Okay, yeah. So like, look at that difference. That looks much closer to what is on screen. Oh, that looks great. Okay, and then last postcard. Here is the original A week. So it does look like the background is a little darker. I don't know why, but the greens look slightly more saturated in the, again, you cannot see, but slightly brighter green from my view at least. Maybe it is the same, maybe I'm crazy, I don't know. Okay, flip her over. Oh, vibrant, beautiful, lovely, goodness. Okay, yeah, so look at that comparison. Yeah, the old one, as you can see, it's fine, it's good. It's like muted, a little bit muddy. But yeah, this one, I like brightened everything up. I changed the color of the lines in the girl. So here you can clearly see, like against the black background, it's a green. But on this one, it's like a little bit more tough to like make out the silhouette of her head. Yay! Okay, sweet. Okay, so postcards are all good. Okay, now let's take a look at the prints. Prints! Oh, nice. Okay, great. So this one, as you can see, so this is the older version. This one is on a different paper stock. This is on a coated one, and this is uncoated. I feel like, so the coated does give for more like punchy colors and like deeper tones and things like that. But I really like the look of matte. I feel like it matches my art a lot better. So I reprinted it on this matte one. I took the file itself and I like squeezed it down a little bit to give more margin. This one, I don't like how close it gets to the edge. And yeah, I just brightened it up a bit. And so as you can see, like you can see the pink is a lot more vibrant, same with the purples. Okay, cute. Okay, and then here is this one. So this one, I didn't have a problem with at all. Yeah, I don't know if you can see. There was something weird going on with the Tengu. So in this one, like all of the other masks look pretty bright, but the Tengu looked a little dull. And I don't know what it was, but in the file, the Tengu was the only file that wasn't embedded. So I made sure to do that, and then so this is much brighter, and now this guy matches the rest. And then, last but not least, this one. Okay, so this is the original one. It's on the same paper, and yeah, so this one, it was very subtle how I lightened it, slightly brighter. Like the colors are still vibrant, but it just looks a little more crisp, I think. Amazing, amazing, yay! Ooh, okay, sweet! So I can order them now. And then yeah, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put in that full order for these guys. I don't know if I mentioned, but I'll say it again. I'm gonna order 25 of each thing, basically. So 25 of these prints, 25 of the other prints, 25 of each of the postcards. Yeah, I'm starting small for now, because I don't know, like Little Rock is pretty affordable if you go smaller amounts, so that's not really an issue. And then I'll just have that for the launch, and then if there is more need, it's not that crazy to order more. So, and then let's take a look at this stamp again, a little bit better. So yeah, I ordered just a traditional rubber stamp. for my do not bend things. You guys would have seen me design it in the last episode, I think. So yeah, it's a nice like wooden base, very lovely. And then here it is. So it's obviously like backwards. And then, like I said, it came with this this black ink pad, but I want red. So I'm just gonna, you know, save that for later. But yeah, cute. I'm excited.
Intelligent individual. When I put up the pyramid head dancing. Are you surprised by my tears, sir? With lacrimas. You gotta cross them off. I had a map where I wrote down where to get a wrench and stuff on it, right? How the hell am I gonna get over there? Alright, I guess I'm going down to Rendell Street. Born rich, life ain't fair. But we should probably check the gas station first. What are you doing? What the?
Okay guys, I hope you like those cozy little vibes. Yeah, so I finished up painting just like base layers and things that night, and then the next morning I wanted to pick it back up, and when I finished the painting the night before, I felt a little way, so I wanted to leave a bit of a note for myself for me to see in the morning. What was going through my mind when I was painting at night was like, I feel like when I do traditional paintings, I'm very like judgmental of myself and judgmental of the piece, even though it's like still in progress, you know? I feel like as I'm painting it, since like traditional painting takes a lot of like layers and patience and time, and it like really evolves as you work on it, I was really letting myself like bully myself as I was working on this thing because it wasn't like looking amazing right away, which is kind of what I'm used to with digital art. So this morning when I picked it back up, I was trying to make sure that I was being kind to myself and thinking positive thoughts and like really taking my time with trying to like build out this illustration and trusting that with enough effort and patience it'll turn into something that I am happy with, even though, you know, going through that process is a bit slower than what I'm used to. Yeah, I was really trying to emphasize in my mind over and over that, you know, this is it's a practice and it's a slow burn, and it's okay if it's not perfect right away. And if I fail, I fail. Those kind of vibes. So I think it helped. Okay, hi, good morning. Sorry, I just put on mascara so my eyelashes are sticking together. Spent a bit of time this morning just working on this painting. I made sure to go into it with no distractions. I feel like oftentimes when I like sit down to do something that I like am a little bit reluctant to do, I try and like make it more appealing for myself by like pairing it with like watching a show or doing something cozy or like a movie or a stream or something like that. And yeah, I realize that that's kind of like giving myself like a crutch when I really don't need it, or like the process of painting would be much more like meaningful, I guess, without some sort of distraction going on in the background. It was a nice little session. I'm excited to continue to kind of etch away at this. The more time I spend on it, the more that I like it and the more that I can like envision what it's gonna look like when it's done, and that's exciting. So yeah, that's the update. Oakley frickin' dope. Cully, you guys. Yeah, so last little section of the video. Yeah, so this is just me working on the, what is this? Eye Week illustration. It's kind of based on a old illustration that I did, I think it was last year. I'll show it on screen here. It's kind of what's in blue right now underneath my sketch that I'm doing. Yeah, I drew this last year when I joined like a little recreational volleyball league thingy with some friends. I was very excited, and I love volleyball. It's so fun. I'm not like great at it, but I love it so much. And I really like Haikyuu as well, the anime. So I was just kind of like inspired to do this kind of dynamic pose volleyball illustration. And then so yeah, in the original illustration, it said act on your impulses, but don't hurt anyone. And that was kind of like a, I don't know, like a saying or like a quote that was kind of floating around in my mind at that time. So when I Week came around, I was kind of like, I like that quote still, and may as well just kind of redo this illustration, revamp it, improve on it, because the first time I did it, it was very like quick, it was very like sketchy or whatever, but I ended up really liking it. So I thought I would kind of give it a second life by redoing it and trying to put a bunch of more effort into it this time. So yeah, basically this was like a pretty easy, I don't know, concept. First of all, I was, you know, I didn't really have to think about it. I was just kind of drawing over top of what I had already. And then for the actual art itself, it's basically just line art, which is, as we know, well within my comfort zone. Yeah, this week I felt like I didn't have very much like mental space, and I was like struggling with that painting in that last section, and things were slow with the prints and the proofing and the blah 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 blah. So yeah, I decided to kind of take it easy on myself for this week's alphabet superset, and yeah, I'm really happy with the result. There's nothing wrong with, you know, doing a drawing that isn't necessarily like super challenging to you every once in a while. I feel like it's still, you know, creating and it's still making, and even though you're not like pushing yourself to your limit, that's okay. You know, sometimes it's okay to just make art that feels leisurely to you and that doesn't make you feel like you're going through a existential crisis every single time. So yeah, this was that for me. And yeah, I like how it turned out. I think it is great. Okay. Hi. So yeah, what's up? Hello. Welcome to the end of the vlog. Yeah, I just wanted to wrap up. I'll show you guys that finished illustration that I was working on. So here it is. Off camera, I added the like text behind there and whatever it says, act on your impulses, but don't hurt anyone. Yeah, so there it is. Whenever I do finish basically any illustration, I post it on my Instagram, which I say every single time I draw something. But yeah, if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, I am at Lee Chutz. You can find me there. And yeah, so that's all for this vlog. I gotta wrap up so that I can get this one edited and then out for my upload day. At the end of the last shop prep episode, I was sure that this episode would be the one where we launch, but because of print wait times and me needing to see multiple rounds of proofs, yeah, it didn't end up happening that way. But I think I can say for sure, hopefully, I don't see why not, that next episode will launch. Because literally all I need now is I'm waiting for my stock to come in, and then I will photograph them and list them on my website. And then that's pretty much all I need to do left. So yeah, should be exciting. I'm excited. I'm excited to finally like get these out into the world so that people can get them, and yeah, hopefully it goes well. Thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm excited for the next one. Hope you guys are too. And yeah, that's all. Bye! See you guys in a bit.